And welcome to another special edition of Sports Edition from Upper Level Productions. It's your boy Fabito here, along with my boys Matt, Cyrus. You already know what it is. So, playoffs first round is here, guys. Let's start off with.
What do you want to talk about? I don't care which game.
What's our takeaway from the first round period?
I loved it. I think every game was exciting. Even the blowout between OKC and Memphis, even though it was a 51-point blowout, even that game was exciting because I knew what OKC was going to do. I just didn't think they were going to do it to that magnitude. But the fact that they did it to that magnitude shows that they're putting the whole team, every team that's in the playoff on notice. So I thought the whole weekend was exciting. I watched the whole thing. It was good. And with WrestleMania together. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed the weekend too. There was a lot of good games going on. I really liked the Knicks Pistons game the most. That was probably the most exciting for me. I didn't get to watch a lot of the late games. But the first round, yeah, exciting. Most of the teams, every team I expected, except for my Lakers, probably the only team I didn't really win I expected to win. But if I'd have came in here and said Lakers won, people would have been like, oh, they just won game one. It's only game one. So since it's only game one they lost, it's like I can't really be hyped. Couldn't have been hyped. Can't be mad. So
if you pick two out of the whole game, out of all the games that played in the weekend, there's two in tie play for first place. It's the Golden State and Rockets and Denver and Clippers. Those were the two best games in the weekend. But it's hard to put which one was number one because those two games was the best of the games. So it was a great weekend. Well, like I said, you could pick a series. We'll talk about it.
Well, I mean, my takeaway is it's been exciting. The East games. I mean, everybody's saying there was going to be a lackluster series with all of them, but I think that the Milwaukee, Indiana, I think that's living up to the hype. I think
a little bit. I thought that was going up to the hype as well. The one that people were going that we thought was going to be dull, which kind of was exciting, was the Orlando and Cleveland. That's the one. Like
Orlando Celtics.
Orlando Celtics.
No, Orlando Celtics. So because they were giving the Celtics a run for their money. So that even though we thought that was going to be a blowout like OKC, they gave the Celtics a run for their money. So like you said, people thought the game was going to be lackluster, but if you actually watch the game, they actually turned out to be good games.
Heat Cavs. I mean, Heat Cavs was a good game up until Cy Jerome just went off. Mm-hmm. But the East has provided.
Lackluster. Maybe let's see what happens in the series. But at least as far as this weekend,
it was a good weekend.
Those games were good. I watched those games.
And what about the West? What do you guys think? Like, if all the matchups, which one would you think it would be like the? I think it's going with 7 games.
Like I said, you got the Denver Clippers and you got the Golden State and the Houston Rockets. Like I said, the way they're playing, it's not like they're going to blow each other out. I don't see it.
I don't know. I think the Rockets at most is going to get 1 game. I personally think that it's just they're going to get 1 game. That's a 5-game series.
I mean, they took one at home. Let's still have a game 2. They still got to play. Let me see. I know Golden State took 1 game. I don't jump to that too much because let's see what happens when Houston responds. They lost home field advantage. I get that, but let's see what happens come game 2 in your spot because it's still in your crib. Now, Golden State did their job. They only took 1 from you, but I'm not going to sit there just because it's not like Golden State beat them by like 20, 30, and you sit there like, okay, Houston may not have enough. No, that game, just like this season game, has been coming down to the wire. So game 2 could just be like this by a little bit.
Which is interesting because when you think about Houston, it's like there's not really a person that's like, yo, you go get 20 points tonight. So the fact that they kept it close without a real person that is right there to score, it probably, I do agree. It may go a little bit longer than we expect simply because how did you get offense and how did this team that's supposed to be really good offensively, Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, you able to keep them, down low and go into the series. So I think it may go a little bit further.
Because they're hanging their hat on their defense.
Right.
We just saw the highlight. I mean, it was ugly defense. You saw the guy hugging Curry. But hey, defense is defense. If you could slow them down and instead of having him run around, they do it.
The ability to switch on a lot of matchups.
And they stopping that score and that running gun that Golden State like to do. But I'm telling you, that game will come down to the wire. And like you said, it may come down to maybe the Rockets winning 1 game. But again, it's going to be every game is going to be like this. That's what makes that series exciting.
So let us know what you guys think. Write it in the comments below. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bells for the next time we do a video. Blah, 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 blah. You know me, I like to bubble. So moving on. So I'm wearing this jersey not because I'm a gluttony for punishment, but
because it's glutton for punishment.
It is draft time. Draft time. And I got one specific question. We can go into other specifics. But it's specifically Shedeur Sanders. His draft stock is dropping pretty much. Like, even on one draft board, I think they had him on the 3rd round. What's your take on that real quick? And then if you guys got anything else on the draft.
I kind of changed my mind about how the way I've been hearing about how the picks should go. I just think that we need to start refocusing, or how can I say, re-educating ourselves on where these draft picks should go, because it's true. Like, if you don't need a quarterback and you got a shitty ass team, why you drafting? I mean, you need a quarterback. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, but if you have, like, for example, the Giants, right? The Giants is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, will they draft Shedeur? I mean, you have Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. I mean, rumors hearing that they might cut Winston and draft Shedeur. That's what I heard.
I'm hearing those too.
But my thing is, like, but if you got those 2 quarterbacks and you plan to keep them, then why don't you start drafting for other key positions? So Shedeur sliding down, I don't see it as a problem, because I'd rather him go where he's needed and it benefits, than rather go when he's needed and he's got to wait a year to benefit.
I'm kind of getting new into the NFL draft thing, so I don't know why. Like, if it's not his play, like his reasons to why he's dropped, I don't like. I feel like the NFL is a lot of politics when it comes to draft and when it comes to certain things. So it's like,
that's
right. Like, so it's like in my head is like, as long as Shedeur's draft stock isn't dropping because people don't think he can play, fine. But it's like, can he play? Can he not play? Like, when you're hearing these things about his draft stock, it's like always muddy, because I know it's not his ability to play. I know it's politics. I know it's like,
when you say politics, I just think it's because people don't like the last name.
I feel like the last name attached to it. I feel like there's a certain cockiness that Shedeur has, but it's earned. You know, he's earned his right to be this way, and I feel like people just think, you know, your dad got it, kind of got you here, something like that. People think he's actually, I don't know.
Now, if you ask me, if there's, because I'm not going to say top 3 teams, but if you ask me the top 10, 15 draft picks, if you tell me the team that might need a quarterback, but they could plug him in and start having success, Pittsburgh is one of them. It could be one of the teams that.
I've heard Pittsburgh.
I mean, I heard that he might.
Pittsburgh Saints. Yeah,
the Saints. I don't know, because they have a lot of pieces.
You got Kellen Moore, so that'd be a good teacher to start.
Yeah, but just what about the pieces on the field? I mean,
you got nothing to throw to, right?
I mean, what's the name still there? Kamara still there and all that? They still got Kamara. I mean, if they still left, then all right, fine. But I just thought maybe Pittsburgh would be better, because then you throw to DJ Metcalf, you got who else you throw to?
Pickens.
I mean, then you got Mike Tomlin, so then you got JJ Watt on the defense. So I just thought that, but like you said, if he goes to the Saints and you think the Saints are a good team for him to go, and he could like plug and play some form of way, well, just go to the Saints. But if you ask me, like those top, not like the top 5, but
So I heard a long time ago, not so long time ago, but I heard a little bit ago that and I tend to believe it, but it was a former quarterback that played for Pittsburgh, saying that they don't really know how to deal with offense, and that's why they.
What do you mean?
What's in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Well, look at the coach they just recently fired.
Like when they
the offensive coordinator. They just got rid of him late sometime in the season, right?
When they start camp at Pittsburgh, it's all about defense, and the defense is what they focus on. You know what I'm saying?
The offense is run the ball first. Is their offense. What's their slogan again? I forgot their slogan. It's not the Mike Tomlin slogan. They still have a slogan.
The standard is the standard.
I think that's it, right?
Is that one? Yeah. Is that one? Okay.
Yeah, you might be thinking of the Jets ground and pound.
No. Jets. I don't know that Jets have enough. I thought they have like.
That was a very trying.
Like they have a run, like something about run the ball slogan. I mean, if you guys know in the comments, then please, but I'll look it up. But you could be right with that one too. I've heard that one, but not the hostages. Because that's the Mike Tomlin slogan. You know what I mean? But I was one. It was like something about run the ball first. We run first. It was a slogan, something like that. I'll look it up.
Okay.
But I mean, I look at it like that. I'm not looking at it like him sliding down to 9 and 10 is a bad thing. Because if you think about it, 1 and 2 is like the worst team. So if you can slide down to 9 and 10, and those teams are a little bit more.
You say 9 and 10. Your Jets are at 7.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have a long term. I mean, they got a 2-year.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Should they investigate it or?
I think. I mean,
no.
You think? Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to get the Jets fan perspective on this.
I mean, they gave Justin Fields a 2 year. We're at 7. Okay, well, you know what? If you don't do land at 7, then
Shit, right?
whole can war.
I just think that's Tennessee try to drive the price or something like that. But
you think they take Cam Ward to
they're
trade?
taking Cam Ward. They're taking Cam Ward. They're just sticking with Cam Ward. One, they're not like Cyrus says many a times. They're not putting Sam Levitt back on that.
I told you.
He was faced so bad that this GM is doing what no other GMs do.
Tennessee's taking no call for their first round to trade the first round pick. I told you.
Cleveland and New York are. Believe it or not, which honestly, if Giants, if you're not sold on Shador, you think you can get Shador at a later.
There's been teams that trade their first pick, but they get a hold for that.
We'll see.
So that's why I said for the Giants, if the Giants trade their third round pick, because now they don't want, they're like, well, we don't want nobody there because now Travis Hunter's off the board. Everybody else we want is off. So from there, they'll be like, well, who wants to trade for the third round pick? I mean, it's kind of too late now, I think, because the draft is Thursday. So, I mean, unless they do it, like an announcement comes 10 minutes from now saying Giants trade their third round pick, and they get a haul for that. But
you're probably, if they do a trade, it's going to be during draft day. So,
well, it could be drawn right up to the minute of draft day.
Okay,
so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
let us know in the comments. I was going to do something about running backs, but however, Osiris did bring up a good point that we should really talk about one particular series, which will be a little bit of debate. You got some time for it. Minnesota
and the Lakers
and LA Tinseltown. Whoa. So,
you want to go first because
is there? Well, the question is there cause for panic?
No. Why? How many? As a Braun fan, you sit here. If I was to celebrate, as I said, if I was to celebrate the game win, I would have been told it's game one. Why are you celebrating? This is the first game. He loses the first game, and all of a sudden, Titanic and the world, it's over. They got shots a lot. It's like you can't really win. LeBron James game one, look it up. He does not play well. Story's still here. Didn't play well. Game two's here. It's a series at a marathon. I'm really mad they did lose home court advantage because we did fight so hard to keep it. That's probably the only part I'm really pissed off about, but I still got the Lakers in series.
Dude, before you go, can I go?
Yeah, man.
All right. So my thing with the Lakers was like, and mind you, before the playoffs, I was kind of leaning towards them, being in the championship at least, the conference championship. But however, looking at the supporting cast, that's what you guys did, and that scared the crap out of me.
Okay.
Dorian Finney-Smith, I had expected him at least 2 3-pointers, a couple, bank shots here and there. You know what I'm saying? Something to be productive.
Okay.
Austin Reeves, he kind of did his thing, but he kind of cooled out. He had moments of cooling out. It can't be, for the Lakers to be successful this year, it can't be the LeBron and Luka show.
Okay.
So that's where, and I'm pretty sure Cyrus will probably get into that, but yeah, with Anthony Edwards and when Julius Randle is doing the bare minimum, it's that supporting cast can't. Okay. So that's what I'm still picking the Lakers in the series.
Okay.
However, I'm feeling Halloweenish. You know what I'm saying?
Last week I was conservative and I said Lakers in 6. Because I was like, I gave LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and it's like you said, the supporting cast, the way they're playing. I gave them 6 games.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna jump off that boat.
Okay.
I got Minnesota maybe 5. Okay. Because let me tell you why. Explain what he just said about the supporting cast. They are too small and too weak against what Minnesota has. Austin Reeves versus Julius Randle. I'm taking Julius Randle. Austin Reeves is not gonna outmuscle, outstrength, out none of that against a playoff veteran like Julius Randle. That's gonna happen. 1 assist from game. Everybody keeps saying, "Well, Luka got his 37," and I'm like, "That's nice." But 1 assist. And that's what they're going to do again. They're going to be like, you can go off, but we're going to make sure that the rest of your mans don't go off. And that's what I said about one of the ways to beat the Lakers. Fast break points. What I kept saying about slowing down the Lakers, especially when you get to the playoff, you're going to cut that running shit out, and you're going to run half-court basketball. That's why Luka had that 1 assist, because you're forced to play that half-court basketball. We'll let you play ISO. Go right ahead. We'll let you get your 37. You're only going to get 1 assist in the game. I say you shut down that fast break, which I kept saying. It was like the fast break point in this game 1 was 26-3, I think, or 6 if you look it up. I said, they're going to try to collapse the paint. Make sure you shoot their 3 balls. Yeah, it was uncontested 3-point shot. Anthony Edwards was cooking Luka Doncic. Was he not? He was cooking him. Number 2, you mentioned LeBron James losing game 1. Well, let me give you a stat because LeBron James fans love stats. He's 12-11 game 1. Just to let you know, he's 12-11 in game 1. Since LeBron James loves stats,
he's 29-3 game 1s when he wins. He's 12-11 in game 1s when he's lowest. 29-3 when the game 1s he lost the game 1 and won the series. 2011. That's on ESPN.
I saw it this morning. I'll get up.
Go ahead, show it.
Game 1 loss.
Check the whole stats, please. Check the whole stats, please.
That's why I got the record. So that's why I started laughing when I saw that, and that's it got plugged into my brain. But you can look it up.
We could because I'm gonna have the record. It's gonna be right.
LeBron James fans have it happy, especially they say, "Well, Luka went to the finals. Luka went to the finals." Let me ask you a question, Thurman. Are basketball fans stupid? Because Luka went to the finals with the Dallas Mavericks. What does that have to do with the Lakers? Because that don't mean death squad with the Lakers. Because last time I checked, Lakers have been a playing team for the last 7 years. So here it is again. Game 1 in the first round of the playoffs, they lose. The blame is on the entire team, and you know who you also get the blame? JJ Redick. Why he gets the biggest blame? Because you had a whole week off, you had a whole week of preparation, you had a whole week to tell your team to get up and play because Minnesota's no slouch. Here's the thing about LeBron James fans: they say that they hate that when other people bring up history, but they bring up history. So let me bring up history about the Minnesota Timberwolves last year, since he brought up Luka Doncic last year. Minnesota went to the Western Conference last year. Did they not? Who they beat to get to the Western Conference? They ain't beat a bunch of cockroaches and plumbers. They beat Kevin Durant to get to the game 1 in series 1, and they beat Denver in the series against them or against Jokic and Murray. So they know how to win, and they won on the road. Do I expect them to win game 2 tonight? I won't be surprised. Like I said, I know you're not gonna like what I said because I saw what I saw, and I ain't like it. Ant is a shark. That's what I love about a player like Ant. And there's no answer for him. Just like LeBron James fans saying there's no answer for Luka, there's no answer for Anthony Edwards. He's gonna rock it tonight again. I see a gentleman's sweep coming.
And as I said, after every game 1, we're going down. The ship is cranking. You know what? Hold on. Because I'll let you talk. What I saw, because if you talk about the supporting cast, I just hope that supporting cast of the Minnesota Timberwolves can shoot that same 3-point percentage again last night. Because last week, when Lakers did it against OKC, you said, "Oh, that's a misnomer. That's one thing." This is it. Okay, Minnesota Timberwolves came back and they shot the ball crazy last night. That is not something they do on the regular. You're gonna sit here and tell me you get Nas Reed is hitting 5 threes again tonight. Nikola Edwards hitting 4 threes again tonight. You really bet your bank on that? We're gonna sit here and talk about history. Where's the history in that? Right? We're gonna sit here. You named one person. You named Julius Randle and Austin Reeves. You did not name the rest of the Lakers because there's Jared Vanderbilt, Roy Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent. Game 1. We are talking game 1. I have seen LeBron James lose game 1 so much times, and the same conversation always happens. The minute LeBron James loses game 1, all of a sudden we got every single statistic.
Did the Lakers win game 2 last year?
What? That's last year.
Oh, you see? Oh, that's last year.
That is last year.
What did LeBron James fans? Oh, but Luka went to the finals. That's what
he did.
Wasn't he? Did he end the night with Luka Doncic went to the finals?
He did. That's not. Did he not?
Again, but we're not basketball.
Did he not?
Yes,
did he not?
With who?
The Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, thank you.
I just hope the energy is the same. I hope the energy is the same through the series. I hope the energy is the same. I hope it's the same. I hope it's the same. That's how we hype right now. This energy up here right now. I hope it's the same always. Don't give me no. Don't come here next time and go. We gotta wait the game 2. I want the same energy. I want that same statistic. I want all that. Next game. Next game. I want that same. And we was a 3rd seed this year. So that's why I keep talking about last year. That's not last year. This year we the 3rd seed. Where's Minnesota? Not where they were last year. Not where they were last year.
But they want to bring up. The only time they want to bring it up is if they want to bring it up. But when we bring it up, oh no, we hate it. We hate when we
It's not you because you want to bring it. You want to bring because you love to bring stuff up and take out the context. Right? You love to bring. You love right, but put it into the context. Put it into the context as to why we bring it up.
I did.
Why do we bring it up?
Why is it you could bring it up, but I can't bring up Minnesota going to the Western Conference? Oh, that's last.
Oh, really? Because I deflate your argument because the guy who beat them last year is on my team. The guy who beat Minnesota last year is on my team. Is the guy who beat Minnesota last? Where is that? Where is Luka Doncic right now? Did he not beat Minnesota Bulls last year? But did he not beat them last year? But did he not beat them?
Who?
Luka Doncic. Did he not beat the Minnesota Timberwolves last year? Did he not? Did Luka Doncic not beat? Did Luka Doncic? The Luka Doncic? Because we don't talk about Daniel Gafford. We don't talk about Derek Lively in that series. We don't talk about nobody else. We talk about Luka Doncic in that series.
You do. Kyrie Irving went
up.
What did Kyrie
Irving have in that series?
Kyrie Irving went up. Look it up.
What did he average?
You say Luka because Luka's a Laker now, so you want to sit there and make it seem like you're going to put sprinkles on him. He like sprinkles on game one? No. Did he get his championship last year?
Oh
no.
man.
He was sprinkling him.
Okay. I hope this energy is the same. I hope this energy is the same next game, man. I hope that next show. I'm telling you, next show. I need it to be right here. I'm keeping it right here. I need it to be right here next show. Right here.
They praised Jackson Hayes. They praised him.
Right here.
He was a -11 on the floor.
So,
all right.
Trying to move on to our next segment. We got trivia time. We're going to try to do this as fast as possible. So we got time limits. All right. Yes. You guys wanted to argue about this stuff. I got time limits, guys.
It's NBA trivia time, baby.
Ooh, he's getting a little bit better, but still whack.
So whack. Don't forget, every week we're not going to like it. You just keep switching up.
Yeah, he's got a little bit better, but it's still whack.
You're not going to get this one. This one's money, man. I got the money staying in my pocket. You bet on this one. All right, guys. The question number 1 for NBA trivia this week is, name the 3 teams with a white basketball logo. So there's only 3 NBA teams with a white basketball in their logo. Name those teams.
The Magic.
Wizards.
The Magic is not that team. Wizards is not that team.
What? The 76ers?
76ers is one team. We got 2 more to go.
What?
Now I can give you a hint if y'all get.
No. The Magic?
The Mavericks, no.
The Magic don't got a basketball in their logo?
They do, but it's blue in it.
The Jazz?
The who?
Jazz?
No. Jazz is black.
Yes, that's the thing.
When they put the thing
in he in the dump cap.
The Heat?
No, the Heat red ball. The Heat. It's a red ball. Hey, you never seen a white Heat? Unless they wearing them special.
What team is white? The Mavericks?
No, Dallas Mavericks just said the Mavericks.
Oh, you said the Mavericks?
Their ball is blue. It's one more Eastern Conference team, and then
you said the 76ers. I said the 76ers, right?
76ers. So it's one more Eastern team and one West. Come on, baby.
The Nets.
The Nets is another one.
Ha!
That's what I said. So now you got one West.
Clippers?
The Clippers is the other.
Those
are the 3 teams. It's the 76 is the Nets and the Clippers. Those are the teams that have the white basketball logo. Now, question number 2 is, they are the only franchise to move from the ABA to the NBA and win a NBA championship. What is that team?
I was going to 76?
76ers never won a championship. No, they did win a championship. No, they didn't. I don't think they never won a championship. That's
okay, good. That was the only thing. All I know is Julius Erving.
I was going to say either Cleveland or Dallas.
Not
Dallas.
ABA.
Cleveland or San Antonio.
You gotta say one answer. You can't.
I know. I'm trying to figure out which one.
You can't be like I give you multiple choice.
The ABA. You.
I give you multiple choice. We wasn't born in the ABA, man.
Exactly.
We're that old. Come on, guys. Y'all give up.
Yeah, for the sake of time.
Give up.
Of course. I don't even know what the ABA is.
I said it did.
You said 2 answers, Tim, and I said lock in one. And you was like this, then you ain't say none of it. I don't
even know what the ABA is, bro.
All right, so the question number 3 is, who am I? Now, it's kind of, this is in order, and the hint is a point guard, because I know I don't want you guys to get stuck on it. I think this wants to be hard. You got the Kings, the Suns, the Celtics, the Cavs, the Lakers, Nuggets, Wizards, Pelicans, Mavs, and then I finish with the Hornets. I am a point guard. I got drafted as a point guard. Who am I? To the Kings, right? The Kings. Then this is a hint: Kings, Suns, Celtics, Cavs.
Jason Williams?
No.
Point guard for the Kings.
Jason Williams.
Wait, say it again. One more time.
Kings, Suns, Celtics, Cavs.
Isaiah Thomas.
Lock in.
You said Knicks in there?
Lakers, Nuggets, Wizards, Pelicans, Mavs, Hornets, no Knicks.
No, wait, no, Isaiah Thomas. Fuck. No.
Did he play for it? Yeah. Oh, then I must have missed him off the list. So then it is Isaiah Thomas.
Wait. What?
I don't remember him playing for the Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah, he played for the Knicks.
He did?
Yeah.
One season? Isaiah Thomas?
Wait, I'm talking about. Wait. You talking about? I'm talking about not Isaiah Thomas Pistons.
No.
I mean the short.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy's.
And quick NBA history.
Yes.
The Minnesota Lakers was the first team to win back-to-back in 1950 against a team called the Syracuse Nationals, 4-2.
Interesting.
So,
4-2.
All right, really quick on the editorial. I just got one quick question that's been dying on me for like the past 3 weeks, and I just got to get it off my chest. Do winning build chemistry, or does chemistry build winning?
say that question again. That's a real good question.
That was a really good question.
Do winning build chemistry?
Chemistry.
Chemistry builds winning. Like, is it about the culture, or does winning builds the culture?
Like doesn't it always start off with the first ladder first?
Yeah, you build.
You build the first, but sometimes you can start off.
Think about it.
Sometimes you can start off lucky with the culture.
Belichick had a culture, but it wasn't really enforced until he started winning.
You know who I was about to say as a great example? Detroit Lions.
Oh, what do you mean?
They came in there with a culture first. They wanted winning games, but they had the winning mindset because of the winning culture they were in.
Or you could.
So chemistry, in this case with Detroit Lions, like chemistry was being built first before they started winning. And once they won their first game, what happened? They now last season 16-game winning season. So.
Or you can come out into a good thing, and sometimes you may get lucky and you're winning as you're building the chemistry at the same time. And sometimes that's why for maybe some franchises it looks as if they started off winning.
For example, the Giants win now year the Super Bowl, right? I'm pretty sure they have a winning mentality. You know what I'm saying? We ain't wrong. I was the culture, they were winning games, they went 9-8. But they were winning. So the winning and that chemistry of winning.
I think maybe the Celtics of old, maybe like they was winning for so long, and they were just winning.
Celtics are a great organization.
That's what I'm saying. But when they came up, they had a great organization. But when they come up, they were also just winning at the same time.
Think about it.
That's what I'm saying. After championship 10 at the championship 5 at this point, you're winning and building coach at the same time at this point. We're going on a run.
So let me ask you a question. You were asking that question. How about the Yankees?
Well, that kind of brings up to my point, because like the reason why I heard it a while ago on one of the radio shows, and I'm like, you have the Yankees, like there were some lean years, but they had chemistry. Like the team, there was a winning pedigree that was always there in the history, but they just couldn't win.
But then
the winning happened.
So that's why.
So
for the Yankees, you think that the chemistry has to win on top first before it starts winning on the games.
I just think it's an intriguing question, because I feel like it's a base on base.
They're 26-time, right? 26 or 27.
27.
World Series champions. So you already know they have a winning mentality.
And they already got the culture.
So you have the culture.
You just got to win now.
Because winning baseball games is hard. You know what I'm saying? 162 games.
And they're in the playoffs almost every year. So like that's a winning culture.
Right, yeah, I'll say that's a culture right there.
But by somebody like a diva. Like look at Jazz Chisholm. A lot of people that when the trade happened, they were like, "Oh, he's gonna be back for the clubhouse."
He's cooking,
and he's cooking. They embraced him. They still allowing him to be him.
This is mine, right?
Yeah. Okay. They're allowing him to be him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the answer goes both ways depending on what team you want to play. Because that answer's not for everybody. It just depends what team you're asking to plug that answer to, because the answer could go for either. You can't say the Yankees. You could say building the
culture.
Building the culture. You could put that in that category. But when you say coming back and win from the season and building a winning, you could put like maybe the Giants in that category. So the answer, I think, both ways. It's just a matter of which team and what sport you want to do.
That's true.
That's how I look at it.
Let us know what you guys think. Write in the comments. Is it one way or the other? You know what I'm saying? Or is it like how we're getting to it, base to base?
The Mets are in the, they're not in the same category as Yankees. They don't have that. Everybody know that. Right? right there. I mean,
It's a great shop. Cheap but great. Cheap but great.
I mean, spending money this year, so why about
So it's that time of the show, guys, where we gotta say our goodbyes. Matt, tell them where they can find you at.
The Black Obi-Wan on Twitter.
Hi, man. _V.
And Up in Level Productions, you guys already know. Till the next time, stay up. Peace. Yo, peace and blessings. Thank you for watching Up in Level. This is your boy Fabito. If you like this show, you like the sports edition, like, comment, subscribe, get involved. Peace.